Hello traders, Nick Shaheen here looking at Novavax again. Not too long ago I did a video right here before the pop and I said guaranteed action coming. I think I named it that way. So boom, delivered. The action did come. Alright, so from an investment perspective, if you're an investor who strongly believes in the company and you didn't book your profits after a 60-70% rally in a few days, then this video is definitely not for you. Because if you don't book profits after a 70% rally in a stock out of nowhere in a week, there's no convincing you that you should have. From a level perspective, 150 was a place where I would expect selling. It's just from prior history. I didn't make it up. I'm not trashing the stock. I'm just strictly speaking charts. They could be in line to make $7 trillion next year, according to your fundamentals or whoever. I'm not judging that. I'm just saying from a charts perspective, 150 plus has a history of mega fail. They had a rally up to 190, but it was brief and it did not last, and it was emphatically rejected on earnings. So there was a fundamental reason why they rejected it. I don't know what it was, what they said here on earnings, but it was nasty and they immediately rejected it. The next time they visit it is not likely to be the time to chase it. So from a bullish perspective, since it did drop and fail, you want them to find footing. Where? We'll discuss it in a minute. Why do I want them to find footing? Because if I'm a bull, I want them to tackle this failure again after a brief respite. So this will draw a handle to the cup. So I'm not a technical analyst, but I do know when the bullish effort fails and takes its time coming back to a neckline, and then it fails and has a better time doing it the second time. They keep doing this until one time they go above and they test it for footing, and then boom. So this happens to be called a cup and handle, if in fact that's how it unfolds. And the rally should be about this big. So they will definitely test this guy. I just added this arrow. This is my second attempt at recording this video. I messed up the first one. I also added this trigger for myself. Chase it, cup and handle. Okay. This trigger would be buy the dip. So if it falls, I would think 120 zone, plus or minus, is the place where bulls should show up. If they don't, 108 is more likely the place to be. If this makes you throw up or want to throw something at the screen, you're shooting the messenger. I'm here just strictly talking charts, not fundamentals, and I'm talking just temporary price action. If you cannot handle the fact that somebody says it might have red ticks, then you're unrealistic with your expectations. I'm not hating on the company. I know nothing about its fundamentals. In fact, I tried to get it, and all I see is that they have a price to sales of 30, and I wonder, what are they selling? I don't think they have a vaccine right now. I click on financials, and somehow Benzinga doesn't show me financials anymore. So we will have to fish somewhere else. So I don't know if they have sales or they're growing their sales. I think it's all hinging on the virus, or actually the coming products. So somebody, I think, mentioned, I can't remember if it's Moderna or this one, that even though they don't have any vaccines yet, they have COVID and other things lined up. So not just COVID. But I think the hoopla now is for COVID. And don't know how much money they're going to make or anything like that. That's on you. You can do your homework. I'm speaking charts-wise. It's still up like, I don't know, thousands this year %. So those who went long and believed in it such a long time ago are in Fat City, and one candle is not going to scare them. Those who got in here, this was their out. Those who got in here and didn't get out here, they're definitely not traders. They're just long-term investors, and that's fine. So if I wanted to actively trade it, I would have to come down to smaller increments of time frames. So these are an hour candle versus daily candle, and this will just second my opinion that 120 plus or minus, let's call it 118, should find buyers. If they fail to show up, 108 would be the next spot where they might. 90 2 is clearly the base of this whole rally. This was the squeeze I did a video on before, not too long ago. It was a popular video, and it got a lot of comments. Some of the comments are smart, so if you want to learn more about other opinions, you can read the comments. It's above my pay grade with regards to what vaccine does what. So the action happened from this base. They're trying to hold above it. They could give it all back, and that still would be okay for the bulls. So as long as they maintain a higher low, then they're in charge. So dips are buying opportunities. Is it here or lower? I just gave you 2 separate spots where it would be a catch the falling knife. This must hold still. It held before. It must hold still. I don't think it can be lost without a major change in the headline for this company. I think the bulls are too in love with it that they will defend it unless they are proven wrong. And it will take a lot to prove them wrong. So it is an emotional stock. I don't mean to offend anyone. I truly am trying to judge the price action at its face value. I have no trade in it. I don't remember doing a trade in the last couple of months. I would have to look at my books, but this is truly an unbiased opinion. Clearly this happened. I can blow it out. Somewhere down here I said it must hold, otherwise it falls, and it came down exactly where I had it. But that's, old news. This pivot zone, check it out from a while back. Don't know when I drew that, but it's still valid. So I can extend that forward. Coordinates. So I'd remember to look at it again. These down here are bygones levels. I will keep this one just because I like it. And the squeeze here, kind of like the squeeze here, delivered a big upside that priced out, not all of it, big upside that is pricing out. How much of it? I don't know. It's up to you. But I gave you 2 levels. All right, Nick signing out. Nothing here is a recommendation to trade, by the way. This is my opinion, not a technical analyst, of what the price action is telling us. And remember that most of the trading is done by machines, and they use prior information on the chart to make the decision to buy or sell. So if you think that logic is playing in here, it's not. It's machines using code. If this, then that, else that.